What is going on, everybody? For those who don't know, I go by BLSG, and this is another Sixers post-game video. If you guys are new to this channel and love talking Philly sports nearly every single day, go down below and hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, and make sure to turn on the notification bell so you guys are instantly notified when I upload a new video. So, before we get into the video today, I would just like to apologize. I was going to have this video be out way earlier than I expected it to be, but it was thundering earlier where I live, and the thunder would have interrupted the video, and I did not want that to happen, so that way you guys would have been concerned on saying, oh, what is the noise in the background? So I'm trying to do it now. The storm is starting to ramp up again, so I'm going to try to get this one in fast for you guys. Make it short and simple, but at the same time make it as descriptive as I possibly can. So last night, the Philadelphia 76ers took out the Washington Wizards in the 5-game series and defeated the Washington Wizards by a final score of 129 to 112, I believe, in game number 5. And now the Sixers move on in the second round to take on the Atlanta Hawks, led by Trae Young, who has really been a baller this season, as well as Clint Capella, Bogdan Bogdanovic, and etc., etc. So, let's just talk about this series real quick. No Joel Embiid last night, just hoping he gets back on the court second round when we play Atlanta to guard Clint Capella, and Joel just needs to be back ASAP. So I just wanted to throw that note in before we get into the actual pieces. So, anyway, let's just get right into it. My boy right here. You see my boy I'm rocking right here? You see the boy I'm wearing? This boy right here, by the name of Seth Adam Curry, literally went off last night and had 30 points in the starting lineup. Yes, sir. This boy right here was cooking it last night as he went off for 30 points straight. And if I'm not mistaken, the Sixers are somewhere around 20-0 when Seth Curry goes off for 30 plus points a game. So let's just move on from Seth. But great game by Seth last night. Give him a round of applause for that. And let's just move on. Tobias Harris is the next one we're going to talk about. Tobias Harris, 28 points coming into this game. He had 28 points and definitely improved from game number 4 against the Washington Wizards at the Capital One Arena. And he definitely improved his shooting by a lot. So, very well done by Tobias Harris. This is what we're going to need going forward in the playoffs. So, let's get into it. Ben Simmons, and we're going to keep it going forward. Anyway, Ben Simmons. Here we go. Ben Simmons. So, for this game, Doc Rivers moved Ben Simmons over to the 5 because Joel Embiid was out for this game. And Ben Simmons is pretty close to Joel Embiid's height. So, the Sixers starting lineup, they were playing with a 6'11 center in Benjamin David Simmons. And let me tell you one thing. Even though Benjamin Simmons only had 19 points, the main thing that he's seemed to struggle with in the past was the free throw shooting. But not in last night's game, as Ben Simmons shot 5 for 8 from the free throw line. And this is something that must not happen for just one game. It must happen for a lot of games. But Ben Simmons is really improving on the free throw shooting. So hopefully Scott Brooks or whoever the coach is for the Atlanta Hawks will not keep doing the stupid hack-a-Ben where they always get Ben Simmons to the free throw line or 2 free throws every time to see if Ben Simmons will miss free throws. So that's it for me on Ben. Matisse Thybulle, he had an okay game. He didn't have the game I anticipated, but since he is in the starting lineup and is usually a bench piece, it kind of does make sense that Matisse didn't really go off. And again, he is not an offensive player, he's a defensive player, but he didn't really go off on both sides of the ball. I mean, he had a few clutch shots, but apart from that, he didn't really do anything. But hopefully we get JoJo back soon. Like I said earlier, by the second round of the playoffs when we play the Hawks on Sunday. That is our first game at 1 o'clock Eastern time. So, we gotta have Joel back to make sure Matisse does not have to go into the starting lineup for Game 1 on Sunday. Now, Danny Green. Danny Green really struggled in this game for the Philadelphia 76ers. He couldn't hit a 3. He couldn't hit an open 3. He couldn't even hit his corner 3s like he always does in the past and has been doing for the past couple games. And Danny Green, it was just a little odd to see him off on his shooting last night. But it is what it is. I mean, we got the win. We're into the second round of the playoffs, and we get to play Trae Young, who has been a baller in the playoffs and has been a baller against the New York Knicks at Madison Square Garden, or where the Atlanta Hawks play. Now let's go to the bench real quick. Furkan Korkmaz, he did okay. He had 10 points off the bench. I mean, that's better than a single-digit game where some of these other guys, like Shake Milton and all these other players, Mike Scott, where those guys don't really have the opportunity to go off, and they really don't provide a spark to the team. Speaking of sparks, we're going to talk about Tyrese Maxey next. Tyrese Maxey, when he comes into the game, whichever game he comes into, he provides a spark to that offense and really gets them to go in scoring every single game. Mark my words. Tyrese Maxey, when he lays it up in the basket, everyone gets going. When he puts it in for 3, everyone gets going. When he gets inside and shoots it, not by laying it up, everyone gets going. Everyone has been getting going when this young rookie, Tyrese Maxey, has really been bringing it along and has really been getting used to the system of the Philadelphia 76ers and the way Doc Rivers coaches these players. So, very nice game by all the players I mentioned. Oh, and Dwight Howard too. Let's not forget Dwight either. Dwight Howard also did really good at center for the backup for Ben Simmons. And this is what we wanted from Dwight Howard all along. We needed him to get double-digit points. We did not need the single-digit points anymore from Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard was on fire as the center. He did take a few ticky-tacky fouls, but as long as Dwight Howard was really trying his best and really got the points, that's all that matters. Now, let's just get into coaching real quick. Doc Rivers has coached one hell of a series. And Doc Rivers has to continue that going forward into the second round, third round, and finals if we get there, depending on Joel Embiid's status. But Doc Rivers has coached an amazing first round and has coached an amazing season for the Philadelphia 76ers. Apart from that, game number 4 against the Washington Wizards at Capital One Arena. But Doc Rivers has been the guy, and he has been the coach that knows what he's doing, has plenty of playoff experience, and I can just see the Sixers going all the way this year as they can possibly take the chip because Doc Rivers has so much playoff experience, and Steve Nash of the Brooklyn Nets has this number right here. 0 years of playoff experience, because I believe this is Steve Nash's first year with the Brooklyn Nets, so it doesn't make sense that he has 0 years of playoff experience. So, we'll just see how far the Nets can go. I mean, they already got past the Boston Celtics. Well, we obviously knew the Boston Celtics were going to lose to the Brooklyn Nets. So now they got to play the Milwaukee Bucks second round. So we got to see what happens with Brooklyn and Milwaukee going forward into their series. And we'll have to see what happens on Joel Embiid's status and how well the Sixers will play the Hawks in their series on Sunday at 1 o'clock Eastern. You guys give me your thoughts down below in the comment section. How did you feel about last night's game? How nervous are you for Trae Young since he balled out on the Knicks in that series? But this is a different level now. So hopefully Ben Simmons will guard Trae Young very nicely. And if Joel Embiid comes back, he will guard Clint Capella. And are you nervous for this series? Are you alright with this series? Do you think we're going to win in 5 or 6? Give me all your thoughts down below in the comment section. Want to see what you guys think. And let's go Sixers, baby. Hashtag Phil Unite. Let's go for the finals this year. Anyway, guys, see you next time. Peace out. Let's go Sixers, baby.